application in minutes and coverage in hours. With no medical exams or blood work needed, just answer a few health questions. Get your free online estimate at ethoslife.com. That's ETHOS life.com. Rates will vary based on age, underwriting, face amount, and type of policy.
The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Good morning, everybody. Johnny B coming at you. Thanks to all you wonderful WGNS loyal listeners and sponsors and our Facebook followers and YouTube followers and Twitter and copacetic and
family and friends.
And we got a pleasant. Ava and I, we talked yesterday. We figured we'd just be up here, the two of us, and we talked. But we had a pleasant surprise. Macaroni Gannon has shown up.
Well, yeah, man. The wife had some business to take care of this morning. I said, well, I'll just go hang out with the guys then.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be here.
Hey, good to see you, bro.
Yes,
Always
sir.
Good.
Looking forward to tomorrow, too, man.
Yeah, we got a private gig up in Sparta on the Scott Turney farm up there. He's a
sounds like lots of folks.
Financial planner, and he's my recently hired financial planner. And I was showing Ava and Mickey some text from him earlier, and says he has 700 people plus coming to this thing.
Woo!
Kind of makes me nervous.
Gonna have a party in Sparta tomorrow.
I'll have to pull out the big PA.
Yeah, baby. So, Ava, good to see you. That hand's so much better. You're improving. You're going to be there. And look at that. That thing was, no offense, but it was hideous for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was up there with your face.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we were glad to have him back at the Hot Springs Sunday Jam last Sunday, man. It was awesome to see.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody was just going, yeah, Avon's back.
It was an event, wasn't it? A big event.
And by the way, we are back there this Sunday for all you people that like to show up and enjoy.
I'm going to bump in on there one of these days, you guys.
2:30 to 5:30, and we have a big time.
2:30 to 5:30, nice, pleasant Sunday afternoon.
Kid and pet friendly. Yes. Never a cover.
Yeah.
Never a cover. Kids.
I have the people tell me every Sunday they cannot believe the music they get for nothing on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
And there's some pretty heavyweight artists float through there.
That's what I understand.
And help us out.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to focus today, Lord willing.
Glenn says good morning, guys.
Hey to Glenn. Hey. And,
well, we're going to miss him Sunday, but we got Stuart Montez. He's a jammer, too.
Oh, and he'll bring his kids, I hope.
Yeah.
The little ones, they'll jam with
I'm
us.
noticing several people tuning in on this medium I've got, Facebook live stream, including our good buddy DeLynn Christian.
That's what I just said.
That's it.
Oh, did you say that?
Good morning.
I thought you said someone else.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, DeLynn.
Morning, Ramona.
How about Ida Sweeney, Carol Roberts, Juanita Cartwright, yeah, a bunch. Anywho,
They're popping up quick.
we're going to focus on just 2 days.
2 days.
In music history. June the 7th and June the 8th today.
Well, you know what happened on June the 3rd?
What's that?
That's the day that Billy Joe McAllister jumped
jumped
off the
off the
Tallahatchie Bridge.
I posted that song the evening of June 3rd for that reason.
And you know what's so funny? Have you ever seen the Tallahatchie Bridge?
It don't look like it's 10 feet.
It ain't. It's like 4 feet.
I don't know how you. I think Bobby Gentry did a heck of a job writing that song, but I think she should have picked a different bridge.
Yeah.
Although it could be like the Caney Fork, they let that thing way down in the winter, and then it's in the summer. The water levels are total, and I imagine the lake's similar.
The lake's same way, yeah.
It's way down in the winter. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, Mick, but they have, when they raise the Caney up, as we approach Memorial Day out by my house, it's higher than it's ever been at a summer pool. I don't know why, but I have a little swimming platform I put on a tree limb on the other side. That's one of those weird trees that sometimes grow parallel to the water,
Yeah.
And I had a little board put on it so I could swim over, sit on it, jump up, dive off. That thing's usually about 6 inches above the water. It's over 3 feet under the water.
Uh-oh.
I thought it had washed away. But I found
Bye-bye diving board.
so
You have to make a new one when the water goes down.
yeah, I made a point that night of June 3rd. I said, I have a point while I'm posting this song tonight, folks, and you will know from the first line. It was the 3rd of June. It's like the 3rd. It's the fourth word. So we're going to go to June the 7th, 1971, because that's the day Don McLean recorded his incredible song, Vincent.
I'd always called it Starry, Starry Night.
A lot of people do. If you look up, now they've started bracketing it, Vincent, Starry, Starry Night, but that's not really right. Don McLean never intended that. As a matter of fact, back in the 70s, when he was trying to play music at night and make a living in music, he had a job with the school system where he lived. And he would go to the classes and play guitar and sing and teach the kids about writing songs and guitar method and all this stuff. So he's on a break one day out on this school veranda, and he picks up this biography of Vincent van Gogh, and he's so captivated by it. He also looked in that book and saw one of his paintings entitled Starry Night, or the painting Starry Night. He picks up a paper bag and writes the lyrics to this song on a paper bag.
Right there, right then.
That thing was auctioned off in like 2005.
Yeah.
That paper bag,
What'd it go for?
$1.5 million.
All right.
Can you believe that?
I need to go hunt through the garbage.
1972. Starry, starry night. Paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills. Sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. And now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in a violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. And now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they listen now, for they could not love you. But still your love was true. And when hope was left in sight, that starry, starry night, you took your life, as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like strangers that you've met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn, the bloody rose, like crushed and broken on the virgin snow. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. Is that not an incredible song?
Yeah.
Vincent.
I think it's incredible.
Vincent.
And here's the thing. The reason he got so motivated to write that song is he was so offended and tired of people ascribing to this adjective to Vincent van Gogh, crazy. He said he had an illness, and his brother Theo had the same mental illness. And he said there's a difference, in the way their people are saying crazy and someone who's mentally ill. And,
Exactly.
And
if you've ever seen the movie with, what's that guy's name? The guy with the chin with the little thing. I can't think of his name right now. About Vincent van Gogh. That movie is incredible.
is it a documentary or?
No,
You're talking about.
What's that guy?
Is that when Kirk Douglas plays him?
Yeah, Kirk Douglas plays him. Does a
Cuts
haircut,
off his own ear.
cuts his ear and the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a documentary.
Yeah.
It has his brother Theo, which Theo would try to help him. Theo was an art dealer,
Yeah.
but it's incredible the torture he went through, and it seems like the greatest artists in any field seems like they have to have a tortured soul.
Sometimes you can be too genius, where you can't absorb your own. Not this is a bad word. Geniusness. It's so too much.
Is that
You're so genius that it's like.
Goes over people's heads.
And it goes, and it just.
John? Is
You
that
can't
is that
handle
you?
it yourself.
Is that you, John?
Let me think about it a second.
You go over everybody's head.
I've
With his genreisms.
They won't tell
I
you,
have
"Sit
been-
down, John."
When I say things, sometimes it sound like wisdom. Some people have said I'm full of mature.
Reti.
You with me?
Cow patty.
We were talking about all Mickey's watercraft earlier, and so.
Hey, you got as many as I do.
No, I don't. I'm way behind.
You got a pontoon and a jet ski.
I have no
You're up
houseboat.
Well, I mean,
How many jet skis you got?
none now.
That's a lie.
No, I'm not. No, sir. We had two hanging off the back of the houseboat, and the wife says,
Get rid of them.
I really want the back of this houseboat back. I said, okay. None of the kids wanted them, so we sold them.
So,
right.
all right, we're going to
Mama
stay
ain't
on.
happy, ain't nobody
That's
happy.
right.
We got two more things to recognize June 7th significance, music history. On June 7th,
Yes.
1940, Thomas John Woodward was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Who dat?
Let me give you a clue. He was born in Wales.
That's kind of tight.
Oh, that's not like
Quarters,
Tom
huh?
Jones.
You know,
Aha, you got it.
You didn't
Tom
hear what
Jones.
I'm still a fan, man.
they're not paying attention.
He's 80. He turned 83. This was
He was
Wednesday.
born in Wales.
Well, yeah, he's a Welsh singer.
Is that kind of like Jonah?
No, it's spelled different.
And what's that singing show he's on, that talent show?
Oh yeah, did you see him break into spontaneous? Spontaneous. What do you call it? When it's not music, it's spontaneous without musical accompaniment. What am I thinking about?
Acapella.
Acapella.
He's still got
His
it, man.
pipes are there,
He's
Yeah.
still
Oh,
got
and
it.
he's
yeah.
83,
Yes.
and he's still doing it. But
He shows them youngsters what
you
it's
know,
like to be an entertainer.
despite his well-known and really not even hidden infidelities, he and his wife married when they were 16 because she was pregnant, and they stayed married until her death. They were married well over 50 years. And then her last request was that he sell their Los Angeles mansion and everything that wasn't memorabilia he had to have and move back to the home country in an apartment. He did it. And that's where he lives to this day. He honored his wife's last request. So
Wow.
So anyway, this song, he had an international hit on this song. One of Curly Putman's incredible songs, The Green, Green Grass at Home. Let's see, what else did Curly Putman write? Divorce.
Yeah.
He stopped loving her today. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
But let me just give you a brief rundown of the people who had recorded this song before Tom Jones made it international. Of course, Porter Wagoner was one of the very first.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Lane, Roger Miller, Elvis, Kenny Rogers, Joan Baez, Grateful Dead, Johnny Cash, Dean Martin, George Jones, Merle Haggard, Bobby Bear, Charlie Pride. It goes on and on and on. And that's just a handful of them. But anyway, we're going to do this in E, Avon. I think I stuck numbers on there. I tried to stick them on all the tunes.
That's always good.
Or did I?
Yeah, you did on this one. On my copy.
On your copy. I forgot Mickey needs the numbers for his drum sticks, too.
But I know this tune.
So, Micker.
Yes, sir.
You made me think about water and summer and water. And so I was wanting to ask you, what did the beach say to the tide when it finally came in?
What did the beach say to the tide when it finally quit beating on me?
No, it said, long time no see.
Nene's kids are listening in.
Hey, Nene's kids, I'm going to give y'all one. Let's see if y'all, and we'll sing, we'll give you the clue or the tagline, and then we'll give you the punchline after the song to give y'all time to find the answer. Why do scuba divers fall backwards to enter the ocean off the boat? Why do they fall backwards off the boat to enter the ocean?
Okay.
So let's see if Nana's kids can come up with it.
Let's do it.
Sorry for the tuning, folks. But Mickey, I tune because I care. You know that.
I know it, man. But you're really tuning to show everybody that you know that Chinese
Ancient Chinese song
called tuning.
Tuning. It's called tuning. Ooh.
I wonder how much that guy's made off that. The Chinese guy that came up with tuning.
Oh, man.
I wonder how much he's made.
Y'all are beating a dead horse, you know that.
1965 originally, but Tom Jones, I forget what year he released it. The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and papa. Down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, though the paint is correct and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I'd walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Help me out, Mick. Yes, they'll all come to see me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly. Yes, it's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I awake and look around me to the four gray walls that surround me. And then I realized I was only dreaming. For there's a guard and there's a sad old padre. Arm in arm we'll walk at daybreak as again I touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. I think Curly Putman could have stopped at that song and had to live in the rest of his life without writing another note. What do you think?
I think you're exactly right.
So we have an answer?
Okay. Well, Don Miller has answered it, but Nene's kids have not answered it yet.
I'm sure I think Dawn is 100%. So what does she say there?
Okay, Dawn says, let me go back to you. Here's what Don Miller said. The backwards dive roll is actually called the backward roll entry technique.
Oh.
Oh, she's serious.
To protect the gear.
Well, actually, the reason I read that they did it is if they fell frontwards, they'd just fall on their face in the boat.
That makes better sense.
We're going. Dawn's
so
right though.
bad.
Sorry, Dawn. I was looking for. I think I may be out of all my CDs. I couldn't find any this morning. That's bad.
Oh,
That's
wow.
bad.
Sold out.
Another pressing.
So gonna have to. So Brian's here with a nice little hop that he does, and we're gonna take a break on that cue.
Learn to make money 5 ways with rental real estate. Double your money with apartments and get your map to financial freedom. And that map starts with a free workshop. Sign up now at lifestylesunlimited.com. Click on the Join Free Workshop tab and attend online or in person. That's lifestylesunlimited.com. Lifestylesunlimited.com. Again, that's lifestylesunlimited.com. Limited seating, unlimited potential.
MTSU Arts, together with Ascend Federal Credit Union, provide hundreds of performances, exhibitions, and concerts annually.
My name is Timothy Wales. I'm a liberal arts student at MTSU.
This is Jasmine January. I'm a music industry major at MTSU.
I'm Alec Barger, a graduating senior at MTSU.
Just as our students enrich their lives by showcasing their skills, we invite you to enrich yours by being an MTSU Arts patron.
Visit mtsu.edu/MTSU Arts for more information.
Research shows people ignore radio ads. While I want you to remember that Liberty Mutual customizes and saves you hundreds on home insurance, I know no one's listening, so I can say anything. I can even tell Jenny that I never stop thinking about us. Sometimes I almost call, but I only truly feel safe revealing this in the privacy of my nationally broadcast radio ad.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. And now Martha Stewart for Skechers. When I make a dish or embark on a craft project, I always use the finest, most fabulous ingredients and materials. Which is why, when it comes to footwear, I love Skechers. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and uses the most luxurious, innovative materials and designs to make wondrously comfortable footwear with all the fits and features like Arch Fit and Skechers world-famous air-cooled memory foam. It's exactly the way I'd make shoes.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
We're at Adams Place talking with Lee Davenport.
I have a sister-in-law that's here, and her daughters come to see me, and they said, Aunt Lee, why are you at Adams Place? I said, well, it's a good place to be. We're blessed to have Adams Place.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place, located at 1927 Memorial Boulevard, across from Walmart.
It's Good Neighbor Events, brought to you by the law offices of John Day, AmeriCare Pest Control, and Cardinal Realty Solutions.
Let the experts at Cardinal Realty Solutions help you with your Middle Tennessee real estate needs.
Cardinal went over the process, so we knew what to expect.
Find a realtor you can trust.
They made it less stressful.
At CardinalRealtySolutions.com.
Murfreesboro is hosting a career fair on Friday, June the 9th.
We have healthcare, FedEx,
Alex Jones, HR manager for the city of Murfreesboro.
Fast food, manufacturing facilities.
Career fair on the Civic Plaza from 9 to 1, June the 9th.
Now, WGNS Good Neighbor Events. The Red Cross is critically low on blood. Phone the Red Cross and make an appointment at a time that fits your schedule. You've heard us talking about wedding dresses across decades and cultures. Now through June the 18th. And it's open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. On Sundays from 1 until 5. The Woman's Club of Murfreesboro, 221 West College Street, and the admission, $15. Here's something you need to know. There's a grief support group every Wednesday morning at 10 at the St. Clair Street Senior Center. And now through August 31st, there's no sales tax on gun safes sold in Tennessee. That tax-free holiday continues now until August 31st. Don't throw away old glory. Bring your tattered American flag to WGNS and let the girls from BSA Troop 2019 at Trinity United Methodist Church retire it with dignity. Plus, we also recycle Bibles. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Good neighbor weather. High temperatures working up to 84 degrees for this afternoon. We'll see a good deal of sunshine. Then for tonight, clear and calm, dropping to a low of 54. I'm meteorologist Michael Caron, News Radio WGNS. Currently 60 degrees.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE Sharing Change is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support hundreds of local nonprofits. Find out more at sharingchange.org.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
And we're back.
Okay, here's what Nene's kid said.
What did Nene's kid say?
First of all, ask your question again.
Why do scuba divers sit on the back of the boat and fall on the side of the boat and fall backwards to enter the ocean or the water?
Divers roll backwards into the water because if they rolled forward, they would fall into the boat.
That's got it. Those kids got it. I love it. I love it. Sorry, Dawn. They get the CD. They win the CD. Those kids are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, Cooper's
So, June the 7th.
Too, yeah.
June the 7th, 1917. 2 years before my dad was born. June the 7th, 1970. This will be easy for y'all. Dino Paul Crosetti was born. Dino Paul Crosetti.
I know. Well, I know.
Ironically, he's one of the guys who covered Green Grass at home.
That's right. But I
covered
know
a lot of country
I know who
songs.
it is, but let somebody else.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if somebody knows who that was.
Well, they'll hear this tune if they ever watch
Incredible talent. Comedian, actor, singer, entertainer that was phenomenal in all those ways.
And his daughter, you've probably seen it, his daughter has her own Facebook show every Friday afternoon with thousands and thousands of followers that watch her little Facebook show every Friday
I think his nickname was, I can't remember. I get it confused with Steve McQueen. They both had a similar nickname. It was either Mr. Cool or the King of Cool. Do y'all remember which one it was?
Oh, he was the King of Cool.
I think Dino was the King of Cool. And this song I want to start with, of the three of his I want to do, I think is one of the coolest movie scenes I've ever seen in my life. And I think he is the coolest character in this thing I've ever seen in my life. Propped up on this cot in the jail there, the sheriff's office. One leg crossed over the other, hat down over his eyes, cigarette in the hand.
Yeah.
And he just kind of points at Ricky Nelson. And he starts it. And then when he wants to give Ricky Nelson a part of the song, he does the same thing. He just kind of goes. Yeah. So we've done this before, but.
And a member of the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack. Everybody's got it now. The sun is sinking in the west. The cattle go down to the stream. The redwing settles in the nest. Oh, it's time for a cowboy to dream. Purple light in the canyon. That's where I long to be with my three
my three
good companions,
my two companions.
just my rifle, pony, and me. Gonna hang my sombrero on the limb of a tree. Coming home, sweet my darling, just my rifle, my pony, and me. Just my rifle, my pony, and me. Whippoorwill in the willow sings a sweet melody, riding to Amarillo. Just my rifle, pony, and me. No more cows to be roping. No more strays will I see round the bend. She'll be waiting for my rifle, pony, and me. For my rifle, my pony, and me. I think it may be, if not number one, top favorite movie scenes of all time in my book.
Yeah.
And that was Dean Martin.
That's an unusual song. There's only really
I know.
2 chords, and it just keeps changing between them.
I know.
It's odd, but it works.
How's that sound, Dave? Sound okay?
You're good.
Let's see. So, let's give them another one. Why is it so hard to get a pearl from an oyster?
Why is it so hard to get a pearl from an oyster?
We'll give Nana's kids another chance.
Well, we know they're
and Dawn
stingy.
Miller, we'll give one her too.
We know they're stingy.
You might can get even here because the next one would be the rubber match. You know, the last one. If she draws even with the Nana's kids.
Hey, we got to say morning to Tony Robinson.
Hey, yeah. Tony Robinson.
See you tomorrow, brother.
Yeah, Tony. Good man.
This is an E, Avon. Forget the.
I can't read your writing anyway.
Well, I wish I hadn't even put the numbers on there because now it screws up the other stuff.
Do we put lawyers and doctors in the same category as knowing how to write?
Pretty much.
Well, my handwriting's atrocious. Great song by Dean Martin. A lot of folks did it, but he did it so great. In every video of a live concert I have seen of his, he does this song in it and does it so well. And he's usually cutting up in all his tunes, which the only thing that bothered me about him is that, of course, we're talking Dean Martin, folks. Everybody knows that now, right?
Yeah,
but
sure.
Sometimes I think he interrupted his own songs too much to do gags and act funny and do stuff.
But how many times was he under the influence?
That was all.
That was all fake.
That was all a ruse. That was not whiskey in that glass.
I know there was a few times he was on the Johnny Carson show that I would question that.
Well, maybe there. Now maybe there.
He was relaxing.
Yeah.
You remember that when he was flicking his ashes?
Yeah.
I'm praying for rain in California, so the grapes will grow and they can make more wine. And I'm sitting in a honky in Chicago with a broken heart and a woman on my mind. I asked the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and that music takes me back to Tennessee. Oh, when they ask who's the fool in the corner crying. I say, little old wine drinker me. I got here last week from down in Nashville, 'cause my baby left for Florida on a train. I said I'd get me a job and just forget her, but in Chicago a broken heart is just the same. I asked the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and that music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask who's the fool in the corner crying, I say, little old wine drinker me. I asked the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and the music takes me back to Tennessee. And when they ask who's that fool in the corner crying, I say, little old wine drinker me. I say, little old wine drinker me.
All right.
Nice little tune.
Hiccup. And Don Miller says they are little shellfish.
They're shellfish. Don Miller has drawn even.
Oh, I answered it back.
Oh, this is, wow, this is intense now.
Yeah.
Don Miller versus Nana's Kids. So here's the last one. Nana's Kids, be ready. Because Dawn, she's quick on this stuff.
All right.
Oh, D. Wait a minute. I gotta
Morning, Teresa Camp. One of the Dewdrop Girls,
Yeah.
which is back at Seasons July the 15th, by the way. Yeah.
When y'all gonna do that again?
July the 15th at Seasons. Tommy Nacheski, my good friend, is doing keyboards for that show.
Oh, by the way, that thing y'all did, that tune that y'all sang, just the keyboard and you.
Oh, Beth by Kiss?
That was wonderful, man.
Well, thanks, dude.
And everybody, and what I love about playing that thing, everybody has enough sense to lay out when they should lay out.
When in doubt.
And it's saying Mickey did a wonderful
When in doubt,
job.
fade out.
Laid out. Lay out. That's what they do.
Yeah, Mayor Rowland has always wanted me to do that, and Tommy happened to be there last Sunday, and I knew I could do it with him because we do it all the time.
Yeah. It
was
Okay.
cool.
It's fine.
So here's the rubber match question.
Here we go.
What is the difference in a piano and a fish?
Uh-oh.
A piano and a fish.
Now you're picking on my keyboard players.
You can play a piano, but you can't fish you can't play a fish, but you can fish a piano.
Okay, just hold it. This is a
Oh, I'm
critical.
sorry.
This is a contest
between the
Don Miller versus Nana's Kids.
Nene's Kids.
Nene's Kids. So
Yeah.
the difference in a piano and a fish. We'll do the song. His signature song.
Oh, definitely.
I was looking at his discography, and it's interesting. He didn't have a ton of number ones. He had a lot of big hits, but when you get to this one, they have all the different charts. U.S. pop, easy contemporary, whatever, and the UK it goes number one all the way across. What?
Glenn Parker.
He's already timed in.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Don't.
I'm not gonna say. We gotta give this some other. Here's another one. Hey, Nancy Woodall. Hello, darling. Hope you're doing good.
But obviously, his signature tune. Now, Yvette, this is such a contrast to My Rifle, My Pony, and Me. The contrast is amazing. Sure. 2 chords. Look at the number of chords in this song.
I know.
Look at the number of chords in this song.
Oh.
I think it uses every number on the Nashville number system.
See, he was under the influence again.
I think he wrote. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where they may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charm. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Yes, everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dreams were overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charm. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. That everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you.
And turn off the bubbles.
So, there's certain songs. So, do we have any answers from Nanez or Dawn?
No, but Glenn Carter was actually the first guy.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Glenn Parker. He says, you can't tune a fish.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, Miss Nancy, we go way back, darling. Good times for sure.
Speaking of tuning.
Well, you know what? That's a good time to take a little pause for the calls.
Let's take a little break while we tuning.
When it comes to your home, memories and sentimental value are priceless. Farrah Construction can remodel your home, or we can update your kitchen, bath, or other rooms. I'm Ron Hall. If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Call Farrah Construction at 615-893-6120. That's Farrah Construction. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
French's, the name to trust. French's, depend on us. French's, a great selection too. We take pride in pleasing you. Get brand names at a lower price. The French family really treats you nice. It makes good sense to shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
That's French's Shoes and Boots, 1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
This is Dr. David Morris with Magnolia Medical Center. Do you suffer from peripheral neuropathy in your hands or feet, burning pain, balance problems, and decreased quality of life? Magnolia Medical Center can help.
Magnolia Medical Center in Murfreesboro. Online at magnoliamedicalcenters.com.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
Get pharmacy services with a cherry on top from Reeves Sane, Murfreesboro's hometown pharmacy since 1980 at 1801 Memorial Boulevard and at reeves-sane.com.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
And we're back.
Wow, that was a quick break.
That was a quick one.
Man.
We're back.
Producer Brian has us on our toes this morning.
Producer Brian always keeps us on his toes. So we're going to move up one day to June the 8th. On June the 8th, Norro, it's actually misspelled in this first song, Norro Wilson passed away. You got the wrong one, Mick. You skipped one.
Oh, you
should be a picture of
That's
me.
it, the door.
No, a picture of me without you. Ooh.
The door's next.
Uh-oh.
Amos even got the door.
I don't have a copy.
I'm going to give John the door.
Here you go. I'll give you my door.
Yeah, give me your door then.
I won't slam it on you.
I don't know. It must have got stuck in the copy machine.
Here you go. Here's my.
All right, thanks. So Norro Wilson. I love obscure people in the music industry. Have you ever heard of the name? Have you ever heard of Norro Wilson?
I haven't.
Well, he was a singer in his early days, songwriter, music producer. He passed away on June the 8th, 2017, at the age of 79. He's in the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. He's one of those obscure songwriters who fascinate me. Because you can hear, when we do the songs, you'll go, oh, wow. And he either wrote or co-wrote all these songs, and he was incredible. And we'll talk about the next one we get to after this, which was written especially. But we're going to do, I think, 3 George Jones songs. Well, we might not get to those, but he wrote a lot of songs for George Jones, Tammy Wynette, others. Charlie Pride. He was one of Charlie Pride's go-to. Charlie Pride's 29th and last ever #1 hit was written by Norro Wilson. And this is in D. Doggone.
D for dance.
So let's get going.
Everybody dance. Get your partner.
The Door. You ever heard this song?
Mm-hmm.
You Avon?
Probably, but I don't know.
Uh-oh, what'd we get, Mick? Too late. I heard the sound of my dear old mama crying, and the sound of the train that took me off to war, and the awful sound of 1,000 bombs exploding. And I wondered if I could take it anymore. There were times when they almost drove me crazy, and I did my best, took it like a man. But who would think in my lonely room I'd hear it? No one sound in the world my heart can't stand. To hear that sound and to know it's really over. Through tear-stained eyes I watch her walk away. And of earthquakes, storms, and guns and war, Lord, nothing has ever hurt me more than that lonely sound, the closing of the door. Don't change it, Avon. Okay. I meant to tell you, we need a sound effect when I hear that sound, we'll stop and we got to have a door closing. I meant to do it before we started. I hear that sound, and I know it's really over. Through tear-stained eyes, I watched her walk away. And of earthquakes, storms, and guns and war, Lord, nothing ever hurt me more than that lonely sound, the closing of the door. And of earthquakes, storms, and guns and war, Lord, nothing has ever hurt me more than that lonely sound, the closing of the door. That would have been it. That'd been perfect. They actually do it when on the record, and then when he performed live, they have a thing
somebody standing by the door.
They have somebody with the real door because it goes chunk chunk, you know. But I even noticed one thing about that. This will be, you'll see a kind of a technique Norrell Wilson had. Isn't that interesting how he does the modulation up a full step just for a last line of the chorus?
Uh-huh.
It's going to be he's going to do the reverse of that with that song of George's, A Picture of Me Without You. Right after the first verse, there's a key change up, and it's just really neat, a little technique.
DeLynn says somebody actually got paid at that session just to close the door.
That's right, well, of course. Union scale.
Hey, man, anything to make $1.
And you see that on the resume. Banjo, guitar, bass, fiddle,
door closer,
piano, slamming doors.
Isn't that in a song, slamming doors?
Would that be a percussion instrument?
I think so. I think it falls within that broad category of percussion.
Under the category of wood instruments.
Yeah.
So this is here's where he reverses that technique, and the only thing more unusual, I think, in modulating keys is Conway Twitty, and they say he came up with this himself. In his incredible song, I'd Love to Lay You Down, he modulates downwards twice in the last two repeats of the chorus. He modulates down and then down again. It's just almost unheard of. Modulate down. It was so cool, though.
Yeah, that is odd.
You go listen to that. I Love You Lay Down. You see what I'm talking about?
Hello, darling.
This song was written especially for George Jones, and it was George Ritchie that had the idea to write it for George Jones and teamed up with Norrell Wilson. Isn't it odd that George Ritchie later married Tammy Wynette, George's ex-wife? But he heard George, and
you know the human condition.
He heard George in this song. Beautiful song. Imagine a world where no music was playing, and think of a church with nobody praying. Have you ever looked up at a sky with no blue? Then you've seen a picture of me without you. Have you walked in a garden where nothing was growing, or stood by a river where nothing was flowing? If you've seen a red rose unkissed by the dew, then you've seen a picture of me without you. Here we go. Can you picture heaven with no angels singing, or a quiet Sunday morning with no church bells ringing? If you watched as the heart of a child breaks in two. Help me out. Then you've seen a picture of me without you. Can you picture heaven with no angels singing, or a quiet Sunday morning with no church bells ringing? If you've watched as the heart of a child breaks in two, then you've seen a picture of me without you. Then you've seen a picture of me without you. Wow, what a song. That was only a number 5.
And
The Door
Lauren,
was a
Lauren
number-
Morgan had a big hit with it.
Oh, she did. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
But, we got to go to F on this, Ava. And I didn't put. Only reason I didn't put numbers because I didn't put any chords.
That's okay.
But I say until, perhaps, y'all give me your, perhaps until He Stopped Loving Her Day, this was his signature tune. Would you say?
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah. Step right up, come on in. If you'd like to take the grand tour of a lonely house that once was home, sweet home. I have nothing here to sell you, just some things that I will tell you. Some things I know will chill you to the bone. Over there sits the chair where she'd bring the paper to me and sit down on my knee and whisper, oh, I love you. But now she's gone forever, and this old house will never be the same without the love that we once knew. Straight ahead, that's the bed where we'd lay in love together, and Lord knows we had a good thing going here. See her picture on the table, don't it look like she'd be able just to touch me and say good morning, dear? There's her rings and all her things, and her clothes are in the closet like she left them when she tore my world apart. As you leave, you'll see the nursery. Oh, she left me without mercy, taking nothing but our baby and my heart. Step right up, come on in.
There you go. That's
Wow.
George.
I think that wraps up our show.
That's George right
George.
there.
But Brian is MIA. What do you think we ought to do?
We can do this one.
Yes, keep going.
Heck yeah, man. Little
We'll
Charlie on a Friday morning.
We'll do Charlie Pride's last and final number 1, Night Games. I was really not that familiar with this song.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
It was good. When the neon light comes up in the evening, and that warm red wine and memories start to flow. You'll find me there with all of the others, just looking for love the only way we know. Oh, we're playing night games, love at first sight game, the only way to fight the pain. Under the neon lights we're playing night games, looking for the right thing, hoping that it might bring two hearts together tonight. Now if you're sitting alone tonight and feeling lonely, you can't hear that jukebox calling you. And if you think it's time you found somebody, just come on down and do what we all do. Oh, we're playing night games, yeah, love at first sight game, the only way to fight the pain. Under the neon lights, here we go. Oh, we're playing night games, looking for the right thing, hoping that it might bring two hearts together tonight. Oh, we're playing night games, love at first sight games, the only way to fight the pain. Under the neon lights, we're playing night games, looking for the right thing, hoping that it might bring two hearts together tonight. Yeah, might bring two hearts together tonight. Woo! All right, nice job there, guys. Nice work, everybody. Brian, thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you all you folks, you WGNS loyal listeners and sponsors, you Facebook followers, you YouTube followers, you Twitters, and what was the other?
Family and friends.
Family and friends. God bless you. See you next week.